everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies. Oh yeah, guys. So I'm just kind of hanging out here in a bunch of silver that's being smelted in our smeltery. Yeah, I'm kind of finding myself with a lot of resources these days, like all sorts of different minerals and stuff like that to smelt up. I've done some stuff off camera here. I went ahead and expanded out our auto pulverizer setup from the cobblestone. We now have 7 pulverizers that are pulverizing cobblestone at any time. We have 5 pulverizers that are taking the gravel that this is making and turning that into sand. Okay, and then I set up this guy over here, which is taking 3 pulverizers, turning the sand into dust. And now we have dust automatically going. This is something I really should have done earlier on in the game. I just never got around to it. But yeah, now that we got all this going, I'm getting so many resources all the time now. The reason why I set this one up is because we need to get ourselves a bunch of redstone. We need redstone for quite a lot of things. We were trying to set up, or we had that quest last time that we were looking at that requires all those magnets and stuff. So yeah, I've been getting things set up to do that. We had 2 quests with unclaimed rewards. I'm guessing one of these again. This one? Nope, not this one. Is it go with the flow? Aha! Okay, so we got 2 of these going. So let's go ahead and collect our rewards for these. We'll go and claim that one, this one. Claim that reward. Nice. So bees and tree stuff. I have been doing a lot of this off camera as well. We went ahead and we got all these combs taken care of. Well, except for the molten combs. I did go and I bred a whole bunch of bees. I've bred all the bees that we need. I've expanded our bee operation out now. So we had a whole bunch of these hives going. They all have all the upgrades in them. The rain, the light, the production, and the automation. Currently I have all the spatial bees in here because those produce the Certus combs and I think mellow combs. I can't remember. Essentially what they make is nether quartz. And we need a whole bunch of nether quartz. So the quest, let's see, we'll jump around here a little bit. The quest, I think it's, no, it is this one. Not go with the flow. It's the bees and trees quest. This one right here, magnetic personality. We need to make 8 of these mysterious magnets. And each one of those, let's look at this real quick. Each one of these requires a dimensional singularity, which is 2 blocks of quartz. So we need as much nether quartz as possible. So if we come in here and look, our nether quartz supply right here, you can probably see it going up fairly decently. So it's just going all the time in the background. That's going up from our centrifuges processing the combs that these spatial bees are making. I've also changed our laser drill down below to have 6 white focus in it. So hopefully we'll be getting more nether quartz ore. According to the wiki, that's supposed to help, but yeah, it's really not producing that much, man. So many of those purple, blue bees around. So I have a bunch of these mellow combs being processed in centrifuges. I have 4 of them dedicated specifically for these. So we get, I think it's 20% chance that you get the nether quartz from each one of these being processed. And then I had 2 more centrifuges back here processing some other things, like the electric combs, the carbon combs, and the memory combs from other bees that we're getting for our other quest. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this one. This quest is pretty much complete. We needed 64 intellect drops, 64 destabilized drops, 64 carbon drops, and 64 molten combs. So if we come in here real quick, comb, yeah, we got more than 64 of those. And the drops, we needed, where is it? Carbon, destabilized, and intellect. Oh, I couldn't see it for some reason. There it is. Okay, so we can go ahead and manually submit that. Now this quest is done. It's giving us 3 full hearts, which is awesome, and a reward bag. So let's go ahead and choose one of those. And, oh, this unlocks 4 quests elsewhere. Wow. So where did it unlock the quests? I wonder. Is it the bragging rights quest? Oh. What? I think this is new being over here. I don't think that's ever been here before. Has it? Huh. I had to stop recording there for just a second. Yeah, I just had to take care of something. So bee domination. Oh yeah. Okay, so I remember this quest kind of went away and now it's back again. So we need 100,000 drones. And I thought it had to be forest drones, but people were telling me that it can be any other type of bee. I'm curious now. If we look at drone, yeah, we're not quite there yet. We do have a lot of drones, but not 100,000. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get to that many bees. I mean, to get 100,000, my goodness, we're going to have to set up so many of these beehives. Have all of our bees having 4 offspring each. And also the, was that the one that kills them real fast? The life bonus or life upgrade? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so yeah, it unlocked this. I feel like this one has been unlocked too. Like it was there for a while and then it went away and now it's back again. Not really sure. Okay, but yeah, there's a lot of quests in the bragging rights. What about the end? The farmer. I don't know. It feels like some of these weren't here and now they're here just because we started the bee quest, which is kind of weird. I feel like that one wasn't there before either. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so bees and trees. We have one more quest to complete to completely get rid of this off of our thing. And I pretty much want to do that. So mysterious magnet. We need to make 8 of these. I've already gone into my ME system. And I made all of the patterns that I required. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we have all these different patterns to craft all of the different levels of the magnets. So we already have 1. Technically we have 2, but I really don't want to turn in mine. So we have to make 7 of these things. So let's take a look here. I don't have a pattern to turn nether quartz into the nether quartz blocks. I don't know if I necessarily need to do that actually. We can just go ahead and do a whole bunch of blocks like this. Don't know how many we're going to need. Another thing that is also something that we're going to need is endstone. So let's figure out how to make endstone real quick. All right, so endstone can be created by sandstone with resonant ender. It looks like 1 ender pearl, 250 millibuckets. So that's probably... It looks like it's going fast. I don't know how fast that actually goes, though. Let's see, what else can we do? We can take resonant ender, 50 millibuckets, and put it on obsidian, and that'll get us endstone. Okay, that's a viable option. What else do we have? So sandstone. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So that's an ender pearl's worth. The obsidian is 50 millibuckets worth, right? I think I remember the obsidian way being like the fastest to get endstone. We had to get this for some other reason before. And maybe it's just because we didn't have enough ender pearls at the time. We have 1,400 ender pearls right now. How much obsidian do we have? 679. What about sand? We have 42,000 sand. Okay, so I don't know which way is going to be the best way. We have plenty of lava too, so we can always set up one of our machines, one of the igneous extruders, is that what it is? That can turn things into lava? Or I'm sorry, turn things into obsidian, yeah. We can set up one of those machines over here at our smeltery and then smelt all that in there. Okay, guys, I tell you what, I gotta wait for my smeltery to finish up with all of this silver. Let me go ahead and wait for that to finish up. We'll start working on trying to make a whole bunch of endstone, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're just waiting for the final bits of the silver to flow out of our smeltery, and I figured we could actually open up these reward bags that we got. I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and open these up real quick and see what we get. So this is a greater reward bag, and that is a forestry multi-farm setup. Ooh, that's not bad. I don't think we really need it. We got pretty much everything growing that we ever needed, but yeah, that's pretty cool if we were going to go into forestry. I don't think we are, though. Okay, so let's open up one of these epic reward bags. Useful reward. It turns the sky white. Awesome. No, punji sticks. I think, isn't that Tinker's Construct? It's kind of like the Invar spikes, except it doesn't drop the rare drops. Basically, it's like the same thing. It just kills mobs. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Tinker's Construct. So let's do another reward bag and tallow golem. Right on. Really not sure what that does compared to like the other golems, but cool nonetheless. Just put those stuff away. And finally, we got speed rune. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think we need to do anything else with the blood magic. But if we do want to expand that out to the next tier, that will definitely help us out. Okay, so this should be pretty much done. Yeah, it's all out of there. Oop, doesn't look like we quite have enough to make a full block. So let us go ahead and put that back in the smeltery. If you guys didn't know that, you can suck out of like the casting basin back into your smeltery. And that's 6 ingots, so we need 3 more in there. Let's just grab 3 more silver. Actually, I'll do these pulverized silver. Do that. We'll flip this around. Okay, so when those 3 smelt up, that'll make the full block, and that will just go away. Okay, very cool. So now we got to work on making some end stone. And we were talking about, we were going to use, I think, obsidian and resonant ender. Now, I really don't know how many of these we need, but what I do know is that uses 1 ender pearl for each down here. And this uses 1 ender pearl for 5 obsidian, but we need 5 obsidian to make 5 blocks. I think this is probably going to be the way we're going to go. Now, pretty sure... Okay, yeah, that went ahead and made the block of silver. Awesome. Pretty sure we're going to have to test this, though. If we put obsidian right in there with the hopper directly below it, does that suck out or does that keep the obsidian in place? Okay, so it looks like that keeps the obsidian in place. That's awesome to know. So what that means is we can hook up like a casting basin like this with a hopper going into it full of obsidian that will just keep feeding this over and over again. And when we put in, let's do an ender pearl. Let us just put 1 ender pearl in here, smelt that guy up. So I am assuming when this ender pearl melts, it's going to turn into the 250 millibuckets, obviously, but it is going to turn this obsidian into endstone. As soon as that happens, I think it'll then suck the endstone out. If that's the case, we can set this up to automate and make a whole bunch of endstone, and that's going to be awesome. So we just got to wait a little bit here. Let me go ahead and grab a hopper while we wait. Oh, I got a few hoppers here. Good. You know what? I think this is going to work, so let's just go ahead and get a few things going on here. Grab a casting basin. Stick that right there. Yeah, and then we'll grab a hopper. We'll do like a hopper here. So let's do obsidian. How are we doing over here? Okay, so it's just about to happen. Okay, so there's the ender pearl juice. And... oh, that's kind of a problem. So the ender pearl juice just went down into there, huh? So how are we going to automate this? There's got to be a way. Maybe if we use the regular drain, and we have a redstone clock on there so it pulses every once in a while. It doesn't like try and put a whole bunch in there. If I put a piece of obsidian in there, will it let me do that? Let me stand up close. Actually, let's put it in the hopper. It won't go in there. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out a way to automate this. Huh, that's interesting. My left was stuck there for a second. Okay, well, I tell you guys what. We got a basic understanding of how to automate this, but it still needs to be finalized so we are not, putting the liquid ender in there. We want it to pour on top of something. Okay, so I tell you guys what. Give me a minute here. Let me try and figure out something, how to do this, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just did a quick test. I filled up the hopper full of obsidian there pointing in here, and then I poured the ender pearl juice on top of it, and it seemed to be working. So it seems like if there's an item in there, the hopper will inject first before the fluid duct puts the liquid in there. So if we look here, we can see the obsidian just going down so that we can tell that it is in fact working. So we're doing 2 of these at a time. I just put a whole bunch of ender pearls in here. That's probably more than what we're going to need, actually, but that's fine. We have so many ender pearls. I mean, we still got 1,300. I don't think we're going to need that many for anything else. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and melt up a whole bunch of this. I filled up these hoppers pretty much full of obsidian, so that's going to make a whole bunch of endstone. How are we doing now on endstone? So yeah, look at that. We almost got a full stack of the stuff now. So that is really cool. So once this gets going, I might actually have to set up a few of these, get some more drains over here to make this go a little bit faster, and some more of these to make the endstone. But once we get a whole bunch of endstone going, we should be able to make one of these magnets. One thing we could do right now, I think we have all the materials required to try and make one. So we have almost a stack of endstone. I'm really not sure how much of this we're going to need. We might need more than a stack, I don't know, for one magnet. But let's try and craft one level 8 mysterious magnet, and let's see how this works. Oh, I don't have a... Do I not have a thing for a compass in there? Ah, I thought I had all the recipes. Okay, that's an epic fail. Well, it's not really an epic fail, but it is a fail. I thought we were ready to go. So we'll go ahead and do that. And was it missing the dimensional singularity recipe too? Let's go ahead and do this, and we'll put the right quartz block on there. We want these. Encode. Okay, so now it should have all the stuff necessary to craft one of these. Yeah, so there it goes. It's going to go ahead and waste all of our resources making this. Yeah, of course we're out of iron. Only 4,000 blocks of this left. I really need to make a recipe to turn blocks into the loose ingots. Let's see how this is going though. Eye of Ender. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't have a recipe for that. Let's go ahead and start making up some more of these recipes then. So to make an Eye of Ender, just like that, we'll go in and code that guy. I also want to get a block of iron. And we'll clear that. We'll do a block of iron turns into that. That should be something else that it needs. How are we doing over here? Looks like we're still crafting up pretty good. Still trying to make one more level 5. Yeah, this actually takes quite a long time to craft one of these magnets. Oh my goodness. Yep, and now we have reached the end of our endstone. Oh man. Okay, so, well, we can craft it. We have everything available for the auto crafting. Our only bottleneck right now is making endstone. So I really am going to set up a few more of these to make endstone that much faster, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we need a bunch more obsidian. So I got a bunch of igneous extruders made. I had to make 9 more of these things. So eventually we'll probably stick them over there to make more cobblestone. I'm fairly certain we're probably going to have to make more of those octuple compressed cobblestones later on in this series. But this is what we got going for right now. So it's a line of the igneous extruders. We got some fluid ducts back here that's going to pipe out of this liquid, or the fluid interface. We're going to pump lava into these guys. Underneath, we have a tesseract right here. And there are another thing of fluid ducts piping water into them. So we'll have all the water and the lava going into them that we need. I think, yeah, I need to go set these things all on the obsidian thing. And we should be pretty much good to go. I do need to set the path on the fluid interface over there to have lava so we can extract out of it. I think it's you have to have it on the right side. So let us go ahead and cover this back up. We'll soon be able to mass produce a whole bunch of obsidian. So the obsidian is going to be extracted out the top into these item ducts going into this ME interface. ME interface connects through this wire to this ME fluid interface. And right below here, 2 blocks down, is my Mac. So yeah, that's how this is connected to the ME network. So it looks pretty compact, to be honest. We need a torch on that block right there. Let's actually do that. Last thing I want is a random creeper blowing me up. So, torch. Nice. Okay, so now we just need to set the lava path on this. I don't know if it has to be on the right one. It looks like it's not doing anything there, does it? Okay, so let's take that one off there. I guess we'll have to wait until this thing fills up with lava, right? So we just start doing all the different paths until one of them works. That's not the right one. Oh, you know what? Probably help if I did that. Now, I don't know actually if it has to be on the right path, to be honest. Oh, you know what? It looks like it was going and it stopped. So maybe it is this one. Nope. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to figure out which one it is. Oh, you know what this says? Here it is. On the tooltip. Down, up, north, south, west. So that is the east side. I think I've remembered that from before, but it's been so long. Maybe it's this very last one over here. Yeah, there it is. Now that's filling up with lava. So that should be getting these guys full of lava. Maybe. Oh, I guess these other ones are. I don't know why this one isn't. Let's see here. Yeah, everything should be right. Do I have this set the wrong way somehow? The back of this machine is off. There we go. Now it should fill up with lava. Aha, here we go. Man, that is going pretty slow, isn't it? We might have to figure out another way to do this. Yeah, I was hoping that this fluid export would actually go a little bit faster. So what can we do to speed that up? I don't know. Can I pipe? Honestly, I don't really know. I suppose instead of using the ME interface here, the ME fluid interface, we could use an export bus into a tank or something. I mean, that could also work. Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure that out. Obviously, it is working. We're seeing the obsidian when it is made going through this item duct here. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that is going a little too slow, though. All right, so I need to tweak that a little bit. I did make a few more. Oh, I had the casting basins already. I made a few more of the smeltery drains and got everything hooked up over here so we can get this going. So let me go ahead and make this go a little bit faster, get our obsidian production online, and we'll be right back. Okay, so a simple change here. We're not using the fluid interface. I just left it right here, though. I put one of our resident portable tanks and the cable coming over to a ME fluid export bus with it set to 1 millibucket or 1,000 millibuckets a tick. So yeah, that seems to be filling these up fine. Yeah, that's going fast enough that it's keeping it up with it. For every piece of obsidian that it creates, it's still got enough buffer in there to keep going again. So that is fine in my book. So now we're making a steady supply of obsidian, which is really awesome. So how are we doing now? Okay, so we got just over 2 stacks of it. That's good. I think our things over here are getting almost to the point where, yeah, they're running out. So hopefully this obsidian production will be enough that I can put enough obsidian into those 2 and these 2 over here and make this go a little bit faster. So let's keep this going. Did we make our magnet yet? We might have. Nope, it looks like we are on... We've made one level 7, so it's still going. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time to get all that end stone. All right, guys, I'll see you in just a little bit. Oh my goodness, guys. So we made one magnet, but as it turns out, it wasn't the end stone that was a problem. Look at that. We still got 1,000 left. We still got 500 ender pearls. We might start running low on these. I'm probably going to end up having to spawn some endermen and kill them myself to get more ender pearls. But that's not the problem. The problem is quartz. So pretty much all of the blocks of quartz we had are gone. We're down to like, what is that? Just over 2 stacks of the blocks. We had a little bit more of the nether quartz ore that I just got done pulverizing. So we have just a little bit more of that. So that's like 50 more blocks. So we have essentially 3 stacks worth of quartz. We need a whole heck of a lot more than that. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is expanding this bee operation even more to make more of these spatial bees, to make the combs, to make the quartz, to get us going. Now, I was just looking right a minute ago how to make the blocks of quartz, just to make sure I wasn't overlooking something. Now, in NEI, it says the only way to make blocks of quartz is through the nether quartz for these, just like you do in vanilla. And to get the nether quartz, you can either turn the block of quartz back into it, smelting nether quartz ore for 1, which is silly. You'd want to fortune that. You can take nether quartz ore in the redstone furnace, same thing, which is silly. You can pulverize it for 2, which is what I normally do, since on average you get about 2 with fortune 3 per piece of nether quartz. Yeah, you can take the quartz blocks and pulverize those back into the regular ones. That doesn't matter. Stairs into 6. This is the only other way I can see to do it. And it says for the nether quartz, there's 2 possible drops. One is 100%. For every piece of soul sand, you get 100%, so 1 nether quartz. And the other one's a third. So I guess, what is that? Out of every 3 pieces, you get 4? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if that's a really good way to do it. Let's see. Soul sand. We have 7,000, which would get us some, and I don't think we have any use for this. So I can go to the nether and either dig this stuff up. I know there's a recipe for soul sand too. But if I remember correctly, yeah, it requires a soulful wax. Which again, well, I guess it gets us 4. but this is more bee stuff. So we'd have to do the spirit bees, I believe. Yeah, the spirit bees make these soul combs, which we'd have to pretty much just do the bee stuff again. I mean, there's no real difference here. We'd have to use dirt and sand to make it. So, I don't know, guys. Let's see what else. We have the heat sand and the tainted soil make some. Those we are getting from our sludge boiler. How do you make heat sand? Thorn vines. So, yeah, I don't know. It kind of seems like witch water. It seems like this is a lot more difficult. So 3 sand, bucket of water, and a weak blood shard. I guess that might be okay. I don't know, guys. It kind of feels like what I'm doing right here with the bees is probably the best way. We just need to expand this operation out more so we can make more of the quartz. And when I'm talking about expanding it out, I'm thinking like 5 or 6, maybe 7 times we have right here. Just a whole bunch of these. What are these things called? Industrial apiaries? Yeah, that's going to be a lot of resources to make it, but we need a lot of quartz to get this done. What we can do right now is we can go ahead and take these 2 and submit those for the quest, but we still need 6 more. So we can submit those. We're 25% complete. Still got a ways to go. So I'm going to grab the other magnet. This one is mine that I'm not turning in, so we won't do that. But yeah, we still got 6 more of these to go, and that is a heck of a lot of quartz. Okay, guys, so we got a lot more stuff to do to get this going, but we've made some pretty good progress. We have a lot of obsidian being created right now, which will help us get a lot of the end stone. Man, look at all that obsidian we got right now. That's a lot. Get that out of here. Yeah, this will help us make the end stone, which I don't think is the problem any longer. It is definitely the quartz that is our biggest problem right now. Oh, man. Okay, so we can get this. Let me just go ahead. Where's the wrench? There it is. Flip this thing around. Flip that around. There we go. So now we're making 3 pieces of end stone every time we can. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, guys, yeah, a lot of stuff to do off camera, like I said. I'm going to start making a whole bunch of those industrial apiaries. We're going to make a whole bunch of bees to get a whole bunch of nether quartz. I know you guys don't really like seeing that stuff on camera, so I'm just going to go ahead and bust it all out. And it'll end up looking pretty much like we have over here. But, yeah, we will have a lot of quartz soon. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time.